But for the people that are out there that were labeled a conspiracy theorist, that were, attacked and censored and everything, how do you stay in that place of love? Because me, myself, after a while, is like, enough of this bullshit. Like, I just want to voice myself and I'm getting attacked, deplatformed, like people ridiculing me. I could lose my business. I could be
Yeah.
all of these things. Like, how do we
Well,
stay in that area of love?
so I'll tell you how I did it. I completely disassociated from it.
Yep.
I made it my mission and purpose to help people find the truth within themselves. And then when they found the truth within themselves, then they would see what they needed to see. In other words, it wasn't my job to try to convince you of anything. If you were on your journey and but we're not even talking about what's happening right now in America. Like, I'm
Yep.
not even started with that, right? If you are in a space in your journey where you do not see what is happening, I'm not the one to convince you of that. What I am the one to do is to help remove some of the energy of fear that's in your life, to help remove some of the limiting thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you deal with. And as you remove that, what I have found is a process of self-actualization happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, the real key to this all is that all of us are looking to be loved. All of us are looking to have peace. That's a return to the heart. That's a return to the feminine, right? And so when we do that, when we drop out of here and into here, then it's like we're awakened. It's like we're like, oh wow, I never saw this before. I never saw how beautiful the plants are and the trees and the sky. And like, why am I going for a walk and do I have these radioactive things on my ears? And why do I care what the amount of steps with a massive satellite on my wrist that is jacking up my blood vessels and all of this? Why don't I just connect with nature? As a matter of fact, isn't that what they used to do 200 years ago? And then, you just start to become aware of all of this stuff because you're no longer afraid, man. You're no longer in this constant cycle of thinking. This is why people can't meditate. They sit there and they have to pop out of it because there's no peace, right? And so what I did, this is where we created Awaken for.
Mm-hmm.
We created Awaken to help people heal with the three biggest traumas of their life: sexual trauma, and the disconnection of energy and the unforgiveness from the two most important human beings in their lives, which is their mother and father. If you can heal your mother and father wound, and I'm talking anything between you and your mother and father, because when you were a baby, your mother was the feminine energy of God to you.
Mm.
Your father was the masculine energy of God to you. Think about it. Your whole life was dependent upon these two human beings, right? So if you're growing up 1, 2, 3 years old and these people are fighting and arguing and they're manipulating you and they're telling you to shut up, how could you possibly live in love? How could you possibly not doubt yourself when it's time to start a business? How could you possibly believe that you are powerful and abundant? So the journey is about going backwards and healing some of this stuff. So that's why I created the event. I created the event because when I started doing ayahuasca, mushrooms, all of this stuff, I thought to myself, the world needs this, but not everybody's ready to do plant medicine. So I created a 3-day experience that gives you that same type of experience and healing without any substances. And that's what we do.